everybody! So lovely to see you. Welcome to Noah's Ark. Tilly? And just hang on a second. Right. Yeah. Right. Shh. Good girl. Now you just wait a moment. Welcome to Noah's Ark on Facebook. Yes. Yes. Tilly is feeling very, very noisy today. Yes. I know. Could you just wait. Yeah, wait. Well done. Now it's going to be much easier if we take turns talking. Okay? All right. So if I speak, then you need to be quiet, and when you're speaking, I'll try and be quiet. Okay? Okay. All right. Right. Well, we'll give that a go. Good. Right. My turn? Okay. Do you know what? I think Tilly has been listening to the birds in our garden. Yes, he has. Yes, yeah. Okay, your turn. Right, yes. Tilly's saying, because we don't really understand bird speak, is it, that the birds in the garden have been so noisy. There's lots of little baby ones. Yes, yeah, lots of little baby ones, lots of baby sparrows and baby starlings, and they are so noisy. They hop around after their mums and dads, and they just squawk. Yeah, just like that. And Tilly has been copying them because they make a lot of noise. She rather enjoys it, and she joins in. I wonder whether she can understand what they're saying. Yeah, you can. What are they saying? Oh, worms. bread. That's the things that birds like to eat, isn't it? Seeds. Well, how about we sing a song about birds? Should we? Okay. Well, the thing is though, Tilly, is you're going to have to sit down for a minute because I need my other puppets, okay? Okay. Now, do you think you're going to be able to sit quietly just for a few minutes? Yeah. Okay, well, we sing the song. Okay, right. You sit just here behind. Can you still see him? Look. Oh, there we go. Yes. I've got my computer working this time, which means I can have a bit more space. Right, I've got two birds. There's one, and there's, popped off. Two. There we go. I've got two little birds. Any idea what song we're going to do now? Which rhyme? Two little dicky birds. That's it. Can you join in? Can you pretend you've got two little birds on your fingers? Okay, right, so you need both of them to start with, and then you've got to hide one away and bring it back, and then you've got to hide the other one away and bring it back. Are you ready? These aren't dicky birds, I think these are hummingbirds, but any birds will do. Ready? Two little hummingbirds sitting on a wall, one named Peter, one named Paul. Fly away, Peter, fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter. Come back, Paul. There we go. That's a very simple rhyme, isn't it? Very one. But do you know what? We can change it. We can change the names and where they're sitting. You could have a go at this too. How about we have two baby starlings sitting on a fence. One named, what should we have? Bethany, and one named Ben. Fly away, Bethany. Fly away, Ben. Come back, Bethany. Come back, Ben. Should we try that again? Two little starlings sitting on a fence. One named Bethany, one named Ben. Fly away, Bethany. Fly away, Ben. Come back, Bethany. Come back, Ben. Yay, well done. Excellent. How about two baby sparrows sitting on a branch? Ready? Okay. They're ready as well. Two baby sparrows sitting on a branch. One named Bertie, one named Blanche. Fly away, Bertie. Fly away, Blanche. Come back, Bertie. Come back, Blanche. Well done. They were really good, weren't they? But I'll tell you what, when we do our craft later on, we're going to make some little bird finger puppets. So you can play that game and see how many rhyming names and places you can find. Are you ready? Now, those birds do get very noisy, and sometimes on a farm, then there are too many birds eating the seeds that the farmers are planting. They have something called a scarecrow. Have you ever seen one of those? They are just a statue, usually some bits of wood, and they've got a hat and some clothes to make them look like a person, to scare the birds away. And we've got a great song, and it's quite loud in parts. Are you ready? It starts off quiet and then it gets loud. So, Tilly will like it. Are you ready? Okay, so a dingle dangle scarecrow. 1, 2, 3. When all the cows were sleeping and the moon behind a cloud. Ready? Up jumped the scarecrow and shouted very loud, I'm a dingle-dangle scarecrow with a flippy-floppy hat. I can shake my hands like this, I can shake my feet like that. Well done. When all the hens were roosting and the stars were shining bright. Ready? Up jumped the scarecrow and gave them all a fright. I'm a dingle-dangle scarecrow with a flippy-floppy hat. I can shake my hands like this, I can shake my feet like that. Well done. Very good singing and dingle-dangling. Very good indeed. Lots of shaking that was, wasn't it? Lots of shaking. That was lovely singing. Now, when I'm on the telephone, Gordon tells me that I'm very loud. I think I get worried that people won't quite hear what I'm saying. So I tend to talk quite loudly. And he keeps coming in and going, shh, the lady down the street can hear you. Do you talk loudly on the telephone? Who do you talk to? Oh, Nanny? Right. Who else do you talk to on the telephone? Oh, maybe Grandad. Oh, I see. Or Auntie Maggie. Ah, lots of people you speak to on the telephone. Maybe your friends. You could call someone today and say hello on the telephone. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Make sure you're not too loud though, because otherwise everybody in the house will join in. Okay, so there's a song that I love singing, and it's about talking to God. Do you know what? You don't need a telephone to talk to God. You can talk to him anytime you like. But it is a little bit like being on a telephone, because you can pick it up anytime and talk to him wherever you are about anything. It's called Prayer is Like a Telephone, and there's some actions that go with it. So, can you pretend you've got a telephone? There we go. So, prayer is the first one, so you can pretend you're praying. It's like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Prayer is like a telephone. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to God. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Pick it up and use it every day. And then this is the bit that Tilly's going to like. You can shout out loud. And you can really shout out loud. Loud, loud. Or you can whisper softly. Can you do a whisper? Yeah, well done. Now that line is you can make no noise at all. But you can't make any noise. So you just have to mouth the words. But he'll always hear your call, because God will always listen when you're praying. Are you ready? If you know it, join in. If not, we'll sing it twice and then you can join in the second time. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to God. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Pick it up and use it every day. You can shout out loud. You can whisper softly. But he'll always hear our call. Prayer is is like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to God. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Pick it up and use it every day. Well done. My voice is a bit croaky this morning. I'll give it a good cough and see if it's any better. Should we try that one more time? Are you ready? To take a deep breath, because you need lots of breath for this one. And we'll sing it a little bit faster maybe. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to God. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Pick it up and use it every day. You can shout out loud. You can whisper softly. But he'll always hear your call. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to God. Prayer is like a telephone for us to talk to Jesus. Pick it up and use it every day. You gotta pick it up and use it every day. Well done. Give yourselves a clap. Now, do you remember our giant story? Do you? Yes. That giant shouted very loudly, didn't he? And he shouted so loudly that he scared the people in the village. Do you remember? And they went, ah! And then they ran around to find the things that he was shouting about. Well, we're all different, aren't we? Some people shout and some people are very quiet, and you have to listen very carefully to hear what they're saying. And some people are loud sometimes and quiet sometimes. We have days when we don't feel like being loud, and then days like Tilly's had today, where she just makes lots and lots of noise as soon as she wakes up. I'm glad she's being quiet now. I think she might have fallen asleep. It might be a good time for a story. I've got the story Dinosaur Roar, and this story is about how everybody's different. Now, and look, the words are the right way round. That's really good, isn't it? So you can try a bit of reading too if you like. This story is called Dinosaur Roar. Oh, lots and lots of different dinosaurs. Can you see? Big ones and small ones, and coloured ones and lumpy ones, fast ones and slow ones. Dinosaur roar. Dinosaur roar and dinosaur squeak. Dinosaur fierce and dinosaur meek. Dinosaur fast and dinosaur slow. He's a big dinosaur. Dinosaur above. There he is. He's above. There. And dinosaur below. Where's the one below? Oh, goodness. Oh, dear, he's being squashed. Oh, dear. Hope he's all right. Dinosaur weak. Here he is. He's only a tiny dinosaur. And dinosaur strong. That dinosaur can lift that great big rock up just with his legs. Dinosaur short or very, very long. Can you see which one is very, very long? That's it, this one. And where are the short dinosaurs? Can you see those? I'll have to get a bit closer. There he is, a tiny, really short dinosaur. There's dinosaurs fat, that's a very big tummy, and dinosaurs tiny. Now again, I'm going to have to come in very close for you to see because this is such a tiny dinosaur. There he is, hiding behind the rock. So there's two very different dinosaurs, aren't there? Oh, a dinosaur's clean and dinosaur slimy. Oof. I know which one of those I'd like to meet and which one I wouldn't be so keen. Dinosaur sweet and dinosaur grumpy. I wonder if he knows our grumpy giant. Maybe they're friends. Dinosaur spiky and dinosaur lumpy. Can you see those spikes? It's got lots, hasn't it? And those are lumps all over that dinosaur. All sorts of dinosaurs eating up their lunch. Gobble, gobble, nibble, nibble, munch, munch, scrunch. How do you eat your dinner? Do you make lots of noise? Or do you eat very quietly? I know a little boy called Nathaniel, and he hums while he's eating. So you put a mouthful in. So he's noisy, but it's not the eating that's noisy, it's the humming. That's funny, isn't it? Well done, everybody. We've just got time for our musical instruments. Have you got something to play? Fantastic, because in our song today there are all sorts of instruments making lots and lots of noise, but you can choose how you'd like to play. If you would like to play very quietly, that's fine. If you want to play very loudly, as long as that's alright with Mummy and Daddy, then you can play very loudly. I've got my tambourine and that's quite loud. I wonder if I can play it quietly. Let's see. Yes, I can play it quietly. That's good, isn't it? Yeah. You try. Ready? Can you play loudly? Stop. Well done. Now let's see if you can play quietly. Well, that's harder, isn't it? That's quite tricky. Well, let's have a go. Are you ready? We'll just do our 1, 2, 3 stop first. 1, 2, 3. Go! Stop. Well done. No noise at all. Fantastic. One more go. We'll just do 2 today. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Go! Stop. Excellent. Now, are you ready for our music time? It's called the Music Man. So even if you haven't got an instrument, you can pretend that you're playing the instruments that he's talking about. Are you ready? Okay, fantastic. Ooh, sounds exciting. I come from down your way and I can play. What can you play? Piano, right. Pia, pia, piano, 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 pia, pia, piano, pia, piano. I come from down your way and I can play. What can you play? I play the trombone. Trombone? Piano, 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 pia, pia, piano, pia, piano. I am the music man. I come from down your way and I can play. What can you play? I play the triangle. Triangle? Ding, 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 ding. Piano, 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 pia, pia, piano, pia, piano. What's this time? I come from down your way and I can play. What can you play? I play the the drums. What was next? Triangle, 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 triangle. Piano. That man can play an awful lot of musical instruments, can't he? See how much noise you can make today, and see if you can be quiet sometimes too. All right. Lovely to see you this morning. Have lots of fun today, and if you have time, look out for the craft in a few minutes' time. You're going to need an old washing up glove, maybe a couple of feathers and some sellotape if you can find them, and some felt tip pens or some Sharpie pens. All right, lots to love. Bye. It's so lovely to see you, and we're going to make a quick craft to go with the two little diggers sitting on a wall. So what you need are some old rubber gloves, not the ones that are being used at the moment, but sometimes they get a hole in and they don't work anymore as washing up gloves, but you can make great puppets out of them. So you need a glove, and then you need to cut off the fingers. Here we go. Can you see? There's a finger. You might need a grown-up to help you. Cut one of the fingers off very carefully, and you end up with a finger, just the top bit like that, and it fits beautifully on your finger as a puppet. There we go. Now I've made one little dicky bird already. Can you see him? Here he is. There we go. I don't know if this is Peter or Paul. It could be Bertie or Bethany, or it could be Blanche, or can't even remember the other name now. Ben. Now it's very simple. What you need to do first is find a feather, or you could make one out of paper. Cut a feather shape. I've got a feather here. There it is. Look, that's a lovely blue one, isn't it? And I'm going to put it up against my yellow finger. Get some sellotape and attach it all the way round. Bit at the front, bit at the back, so that he's got a lovely feathery tail. There he is, look. He's got a lovely feathery tail. There we go. And then we need to draw on two eyes. 1, 2. Can you see his two eyes? There they are. And a little orange triangle for his beak. Little orange triangle, and I'm going to colour it in too so that you can see it really well. Can you see? Little orange triangle for his beak. There he is. And then we're all ready to do our two little dicky birds sitting on a wall song. Ready? Two little dicky birds sitting on a wall, one named Peter, one named Paul. Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter. Come back, Paul. You could make all sorts of finger puppets. You could make the bears from the Three Bears story. You could do the Scarecrow from the Scarecrow song. You could even do the 5 little frogs, speckled frogs, couldn't you? You might have to do a bit of colouring in, or maybe you can find some green gloves nobody needs. Have great fun making things and singing the songs, and I'll see you next week. Lots of love. Bye.